Alright, so I want to show you guys some fall crafts that you guys can do this fall with your students. So this craft right here is the Shape Witch, where you're going to need blue piece of paper. I simply just folded it in half, and then you're going to need 3 black shapes in a triangle. You're also going to need 1 orange triangle, and then you're also going to need a long piece of brown for the broom, as well as a piece of green for the face. You simply just assemble it together, and of course with kids it's going to be the way that it's going to be. I think that this is just a really great project to help build with shapes if you guys are ever building shapes or anything like that. There is some other projects that I'm going to share here as well, like the pumpkins on the fence, and this is how it's made. You can also print out something to put glued on here with the words, the 5 Little Pumpkin song. It's totally up to you. So I simply just made 2 long brown strips and then some little small ones, and then from there I used a paintbrush with orange and green paint to paint pumpkins on. You could do it however you would like, using pom-poms, the paintbrush, or any circle shapes that you have. And then I also made a fall tree where you guys can use brown paper to make the tree trunk, and then use the yellow, green, and red paint to finger paint the apples or make them into leaves or whatever on the tree it is that you want. This is just a great project that takes time if you have extra time, or if you are looking just to hang up some fall art in the hallway. So these are not only for kindergarten, they could be for preschool, 3 and 2-year-olds. It's totally up to you. I just have always enjoyed adding in art into anything that I do. So I also am making the rakes, and the rakes are going to turn out to look like this a little bit. So I printed out some strips that I can use for the rake itself, and I also use the brown piece of strip for the rake, but then I also cut some other slices that I was simply using to make for the rake itself. And I also went ahead and just glued on some strips, as you guys see here. And in the background I used the fall colors to put on here. So next I'm making a shape scarecrow, where I'm building it using shapes. I have a rectangle, 2 longer rectangles, and then which is in blue, and then 2 green rectangles. I also decided to use white paper. You could use tan paper if you chose, and from there you want to make sure that you have something for the hat and the straw. So for the letter M, because that's what we were learning, I decided to make 2 different projects that the kids can make. Simply, I just colored in a M that is in the shape, and it's using a gray crayon or marker, and then I just made it into a mouse. I had 2 pieces of black strips, and then I had 3 pink circles that I used to just cut and put on this. And then I made eyes, and you can easily wait until it dries to add the white as far as like the eyes or whatever. And I also did M for monster. So these are just little simple projects that you guys can do. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.